Yo, what's good? So once again, this is another one of these like very informal videos of just me in like my natural habitat. Just got a word on me to share. Um, so yeah, fam. I want to share a story about one of the first times that like I genuinely understood that somebody actually like loved and cared about me. Like not like a family member though, but like a partner, like a woman a girl honestly, who I was in a relationship with because we were both kids. But um, her name was Mariah, and I remember vividly that Mariah, as dope of a person she was, had such a complicated life. She had gone through so many different trials and turmoils and issues and things of that nature that like it was really interesting. Like it was really sincerely interesting having her like as a girlfriend because like for those who know my life, like I've gone through quite a bit as well. I mean, like at the age of 4 I lost my sister. Like I've suffered through various different losses. I haven't gone through as much as like I would say a bunch of other people have, but I've gone through my fair share, and I would definitely say that she's gone through more than I have, especially at that point in time. But no, like we being in a relationship with somebody who understands pain and also still chooses love is such a very powerful thing, because it creates a whole new perspective, right? Like it really does. Like it changes things, because this person who's endured so much, who has every, worldly right to just be mad and angry and bitter and frustrated and upset, but instead still chooses to give the best parts of themselves to you. Like, it was so interesting because even though it was like innocent and young, like she didn't have much, but what she had, she was willing to give to me. Like her time, her effort, her energy, even finances. Like she lived in a whole different city than me and was willing to like, every Sunday be like, Mom, we're going to church because my boo's at church. I'm gonna go see him. Like, oh hey, like I wanna, like after church, I wanna come spend time with you. Like this was back when you still had like, I know y'all may not deal with this because most folks just have unlimited plans now, but like that was like not really a thing. And so like we had minutes, and she would run her minutes out just talking to me on the phone. And so like a lot of it was so innocent, so pure, so beautiful to participate in, and like none of it sexual. Like we never had sex, we never did anything to that nature. All of it just purely affection and care and genuine love for one another. And to be honest with you, we didn't know what we was doing. We was just two folks who was just like enjoying one another's time, enjoying one another's company, and just sincerely wanting to have something that felt real, that felt good. And we broke up like all young couples do. I think I was like a sophomore in high school, something like that. Sophomore or junior, one of the two. And I remember being really hurt when we broke up. But I uniquely remember the moment that I realized that she actually loved me, or perceivably so. We were hanging out one day after church. I went over to her mom's house with her, and she made me a meal. And like, was it like this gourmet meal? No, it was just like, I think it was like spaghetti. No, she made me chicken tacos. And I was like, yo, you made that for me? She was like, yeah, I wanted to do something special for you. And like, She spent the time, energy, and effort to like go to the grocery store, get all these things, take the time to cook it, and like do all this stuff before church started, so that way when we got back, it would all be ready for me when I got there to her. And for somebody to have taken that much time, energy, and effort out of their day for me, who wasn't my family, right? Like, that taught me so much about love, because like in so many of my previous relationships, I would be that person. I would be the person who would go above and beyond to make sure that my partner felt cared for, that my girlfriend felt like every bit of love that I could give her. You know, in modern days, we call it simping. But I wouldn't even call it that. Like, this was just a young man who was infatuated with, what's the name of it? Romantic comedies, who just desperately wanted to be the romantic comedy protagonist without making the same mistakes and flaws that the protagonist makes. That was me. Full frontal, whole way. Like, that's all I wanted to be. And I mention all of this to get to a greater point, is she taught me such a powerful thing about love that I knew, but that I needed to be introduced to in a human context, because biblically, I always knew that God loved me and that God gave up things for me, and inevitably what I was able to, and that God gave up time, energy, and inevitably life, and through Jesus Christ to care for me. But like, it taught me such a valuable lesson on how love is a sacrificial thing. How love is it's a sacrifice of vulnerability in terms of being able to express the ways that you desire to be loved and cared for. How love is a selfless thing in the fact that you have to be willing to give of self in order to be cared for, in order to care for the other person. You have to put yourself at the back burner at times. It's a sacrifice of individuality, in the sense that you have to adopt a collective persona to a degree in order to truly give somebody what they deserve, in order for them to give you what you deserve. And that was the first time I ever understood that. Not completely, not holistically, because I still don't completely understand it, still don't holistically understand it, but it was one of the first times that a non-family member loved me in a way that made me have to reorient my understanding of love. Have you ever had that happen? Have you ever had somebody who wasn't around long, but they gave you such a valuable lesson that you couldn't help but hold on to it, that you still appreciate them today, no matter how short of a stint they may have been a part of your life? Because like, I haven't talked to Mariah pretty much since. I don't even know where she lives. I don't know where her mama at no more. She lived out in the Bay Area, and I know that she had a child. Mariah, if you happen to be watching this, no, I still love you and I appreciate you for all that you gave me. So, yeah. If you have one of those stories that I was just talking about, then please comment down below what your story happens to be. If you feel comfortable sharing it, I would love to hear it. Or also comment down below what your thoughts are on what I just told you guys. On that concept of love. What do you believe love to be? How has love changed your life? Or do you not believe in that whole concept or ideology? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace.